Let's see if this is gonna work. I want to see if I can hear my voice. Let's see if this is gonna work. I want to see if I can hear my voice. How do I copy? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Right then, even though there is currently nobody in the stream, today's agenda is kind of simple. I've wanted to try out Drizzle ORM for such a long time and never really got into it. So this is going to be it. Afterwards, I think we're going to deploy it into a cloud infrastructure just to see how it compares when it comes to performance compared to something like Prisma ORM, but we'll see where that gets us. So let's see. The main thing is that, yeah, I wanted to try this for a long time because it is an interesting project. It's sort of propped as a competitor to Prisma, and I've used Prisma in my previous SaaS, which is Imagine QR. So I use this SaaS. For this SaaS, I use Prisma to connect to my Postgres database, and I've thought that it had some quirks. It was nice, but it had some interesting performance overheads when it comes to querying. So let's see. I'm literally talking bullshit right now. I don't even know what to say. Well, we'll see. Yeah, the main idea is behind the stream is that if anybody comes in and wants to have some conversations about technology and something else, they're welcome to do so. Other thing is that how can I say this? Yeah, it's kind of hard talking about to 0 people, just talking to myself. We'll see. Yeah, so the main idea is to play around with Drizzle a little bit. I also wanted to try SQLite. Okay, I wanted to do... Right. Let's see. Maybe the reasoning behind why there isn't anybody in the stream is because I'm trying, maybe hosting during work hours. I have no idea. We'll see how it goes. Let's try this out. So, documentation. So, MySQL and SQLite. So let's just see cd into git and so we have a new directory in which we're gonna initialize our project. We want to do something like a start.ts and do maybe like bun init. Okay. Oops. Let's see. Bun. If I just run this in the debug console, it should have Frankfurt ICU. Okay, so next thing that we want to do is we want to install one. Alright, now that we have Bun installed, we have Drizzle ORM installed and Drizzle Kit. So I'm guessing this is as a dependencies. Let's just change this into a develop. Optional trusted. Where was this? I think if I do, instead of this, I do... Pure dependencies, what? Ah, dev dependencies. Yeah, it was above. Didn't see it. Cool. So, what we want to do is we want to import our Drizzle ORM. Let's just copy and paste this to see. Let's just add a source folder here. So I just want an overview. Can we start? I'm guessing SQLite. Okay. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to have a until maybe DB. And in it, we want to do a schema.ts, in which I'm guessing we're going to copy this over. Okay. And from here, yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of this, maybe. Let's see. So if I try doing the same thing again, but import it, no. I'm guessing. If I do the same thing right now, is it gonna do anything? Oof. No such table, so I'm guessing there is. Okay, true. Try the same thing again. No such table. Let's see. Prepare query, no such table, users. Okay. Right. DB select from countries, left join. What's the issue here? It's interesting. Here it says that they are importing users, but not really know from where. So that's an interesting thing. So schema, countries. Okay, how the hell does this work? Not SQLite. Try memory. Is it gonna do anything different? Okay, let's just remove the drizzle stuff for now. Let's try to just get it running. Okay. Okay, it's here. And db.insert, I'm guessing. See, do we have anything SQLite? It's gonna give us some interesting explore and query SQLite databases. Okay. SQLite viewer. Let's see, if I just do this, it's gonna do anything. So I'm guessing if I do this and comment it out, am I gonna have anything in the database SQLite? It's interesting. I've been slightly rusty, haven't done any coding in, let's see, it's April, Jesus, 2 months, maybe 3, yeah, it's 3 months, Jesus, slightly rusty, so, query export auto completion. Okay. So if I do db dot prepare run, just do this. Is it gonna do anything? Okay, what else do we have? Okay, so it seems like it's working, kind of, sort of, maybe. Hey, we have somebody in stream. Hey, what's up? So, let me see if I have this open. Today's agenda is that we take a look at the stream setup, which I think we have. I don't know if I'm currently audible or if that's fine. Next up is to check out the Drizzle ORM, which is something, a JavaScript ORM that I have been wanting to try for a long while. And then afterwards we would host the application that we make into a cloud provider, which would be most likely Railway. And on top of this, if we can try Bun SQLite, that'd be perfect. And if anybody has any tech questions, or if I can help anybody in their career as a software engineer, that'd be perfect. I am a senior software engineer working in the field for like 7 years. So if you have any questions, just pop them in the chat and I will make sure to answer them. Right, so continuing on to our discussion, let's just add all this stuff here so it's only in one window. But I'm currently trying to get the SQLite database to work with Drizzle. I just wanted to see if I can open it up quick first. But it seems that we have an artist. So the question here is, I think I was able to get it running here. But connecting it to Drizzle is something that we have yet to do, which is the next thing on the list. So I basically started this stream as like a little excuse for myself to try out some new technology, because I've always wanted to try new stuff and new stuff and new stuff, and it actually gets to the point where I can't even like settle into a technology without doing anything else. So let's see. Right, back to the stuff. Let's see. We want to connect our SQLite database to the Drizzle ORM, and let's see how that is done. So, official website. Thing is that I think the issue is that, so what we tried before is that we just copy and paste what we have over from the bun SQLite, which is to let's just remove all this, put it in the back. So I'm guessing somewhere So the issue thing I think here is that if I run this and if I just log the results, let's just remove all of this. If I try to run the same thing again, it says that the table doesn't exist, so I'm guessing I need to run drizzle migrate or something like this. I'm not sure. Getting started. Okay. So connect, transition. No, that's not the thing that I want to do. Automatic migrations. So let's say that we have a schema which has users, text modifiers, current timestamps, whatever. Okay, so we just, what do? We copy this over. I think what we need to do right now is we need to define the schema, and then the schema needs to be executed against our database to actually populate it. We just need to create a file drizzle.config.ts. Okay. I think it's mainly in db schema.ts. Let's see. Source db schema.ts. Okay. TS send out is in drizzle. Driver is SQLite. Not entirely sure. Let's see. It's gonna be SQLite. I don't think we even need the DB credential. Let's see, what else do we have? Report, introspect, strict, verbose. Cut this out. Let's try better SQLite. What is libsql? See, so it's Churso. Let's just try. up SQL and see what happens. Okay, so next thing we need to do is to generate the migrations, which is gonna generate the SQL files. So do bun drizzle kit generate SQLite, I'm guessing. Ooh, no config provided using default git drizzle. Okay, so I'm guessing it needs to be in the host here. Okay, trying again. What do you mean it doesn't exist? Export default. Make sure to say hi in the chat if you have any questions, or if you won't have something that you would like to see, or if I am missing something that may be obvious. But let's just add some of this stuff. Let's add some scripts. So we want to have a drizzle gen, I'm guessing. Run drizzle kit generate SQLite. If I run this, no config providing using default git drizzle config. Where is this? Oh, it's in source. So if I do the same thing again and run drizzle gen, module not found. Jesus. This is interesting. Module not found. I'm thinking, is it just going to be easier if I just use Postgres? No config provided. Cannot find module.env config. What the hell? Can we just do this? Let's see what we have. See, that's one of the things that I didn't really like. And yeah, I just need to install it. That's one of the things that I don't really like about VS Code, is that you need to manually specify your dependencies. You can't just autocomplete the version. So if I just do bun install. Jesus Christ, what the hell is happening? Let's try again. If I tried this. SQLite. So if I go to drizzle kit, I just want to see what's wrong. Why is it angry at us? So it is SQLite, but if I try to run it, it says that cannot find module. Let's just take a look at the GitHub issues to see if that's something they know about. SQL2. Interesting. Just Remove this. This is not the best developer experience. Let's just see. We have the table, we have the schema. The driver is this. DB credentials is, I'm guessing it's this. URL. Let's go try this now. That's interesting. Why the hell isn't it working? Again, I'm just gonna have a small break. Because I'm wondering why this isn't working. Very interesting. To all the people in the chat, we are playing around with Drizzle ORM today and answering any tech questions that anyone might have. So if you have any, send them in a chat. So thank you to everyone for sticking in. Let's see. Okay. I think we're gonna have to watch a video to see how that works. Oops. Good old Fireship.
Drizzle ORM.
Tools that makes type-safe object relational mapping with your favorite relational database fun again. The decade performance tool is an underlying SQL, but how is that possible? Along with two raw join code, concise and migrations called Drizzle Kit, but the cherry on top is Drizzle Studio, a GUI you can run locally to manage your data. To get started, you'll first need a relational database. I'm going with Neon, my go-to pick for a Postgres database and the sponsor of today's video. Neon is awesome because it's easy to use, there's a generous free tier, and it even has a fast serverless driver with a Drizzle adapter. You don't even need to install Postgres locally, just create a new database on the dashboard. Both Drizzle and Neon are designed to run on any JavaScript runtime, like Node.js, Bun, and Dino, as well as edge runtimes like Cloudflare Workers. Now install Drizzle and your database driver, then connect to the database in your TypeScript code. We could start making queries now, but we don't have any data yet. First, we need a schema. Create a schema file, then define tables with the pg_table function. Each table has a name, followed by columns defined in this JavaScript object. Columns are given constraints with JavaScript functions that match their SQL equivalents. Once a table is defined, we can reference it in other tables to create relationships with foreign keys. And optionally, we can use the relations function to simplify relational queries and joins. Now let's convert this TypeScript code into PostgreSQL by running the Drizzle Kit generate command. That creates a directory with our migration files, which we can then apply to Neon with this migrate function. And now,
yeah, let's see. I think the issue is that for some reason, cannot find module.env config. What? You might have to start over using something different than bun, because it seems that it's not really finding the configuration. Thank you to whoever liked the stream.
Now we can use Drizzle's SQLite API to insert data into the database. And because the schema is strongly typed,
Let's see who that mystical developer is. Might have been Sophia. So thank you.
ships with foreign keys. And optionally, we can use the relations function to simplify relational queries and joins. Now let's convert this TypeScript code into PostgreSQL by running the Drizzle kit general.
Hey, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you here. If you're new, the agenda for today is to play around with Drizzle. It's going to delete this. Play around with Drizzle kit and Drizzle ORM, which is something that I've wanted to do for a while, and to host it in a cloud provider to see the performance of basically it versus Prisma. We'll see how far the stream goes, and to play around with Drizzle kit and Bun SQLite. And if anybody has any questions, I'd love to answer them. And yeah, that's basically it. So currently I'm in the process of generating the migration files for the database with Bun, with Drizzle kit. But for some reason, whenever I run the code, it says that the .env configuration is missing. I can't find the module for some reason. I don't even know why it needs one. Can I just do SQLite.db? My db.sqlite. Okay, so what the hell? Yeah, to tell you the truth, the Prisma was a easier setup than this. Maybe I'm wrong, since I don't really know what I'm doing here with the Drizzle ORM, but we'll see. So we want to generate, which is Drizzle kit. Might make a meme out of that one. Okay, so trying to find .env config. Drizzle config stack. What? Why am I importing this? Jesus. Let's try again. Running it. Hey, fantastic. So we have now a Drizzle schema. Have a journal. What's that? Out source db schema.ts. Okay. So why didn't it generate a users table? That's interesting. Stop the music. Oh, here we go. Slightly better. Just want to start over. So we want to add our schema. There's a journal. Driver. Don't think we need this anymore. My db.sqlite. And I think create the configuration file, source schema.ts. Let's just move this into, yes, delete this. And source schema. So we have a users and we have a whatever this is. auth ops. I'll just move this later once we have something working. Just want to try out the mydb.sqlite file. Want to generate it, and this is gonna make some migrations, I think. But why didn't it make any migrations? It just made a meta file. I'll just delete this. Try again. Run. Source schema.ts. Try it again. Okay, 0 tables. Why the hell? Configuration file drizzle config.ts. Why? No config path. Drizzle SQLite drizzle config.ts. 0 tables. What the hell? I'm guessing I'm not importing the schema properly. Schema.ts. Let's try renaming the file. I'm just gonna copy this over again. Maybe I'm doing something wrong with the schema here. Not entirely sure why and what. If I run it again, schema changes. There is a journal. Yeah, this is like the worst stuff ever. I'm feeling slightly peer pressured. It's like working with my boss under my shoulder, over my shoulder, breathing into my neck. And I'm getting... And again, 0 tables. Why the hell is there 0 tables? I've provided... Let's try the same thing again. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. I hope you have a great time here. I don't know if I did I give you the rundown for today or did I not? Which is basically that we would play around with some Drizzle ORM today and try to host it on a cloud provider to see how it handles. And afterwards, if I'll be answering any tech questions that anyone might have. For any of the new people joining in, I am a senior software engineer, and I've been so for I've been working in the software engineering sphere since like 7 years before. And I also offer tech advice for people just starting into tech for free. So if anybody has any questions on how they would like to basically bootstrap their career or grow into it, yeah, sure, go ahead, ask. I'd love to answer any of your questions. I think there is a slight delay between when I speak and when I see the comments, or maybe it's like a 10-second delay in between what I'm doing and what's happening on screen. So just shoot away, answer. I'll answer the questions as they come in. So in the meantime, I will continue trying to get Drizzle ORM working. And we'll see how that goes. By the way, in the future, I'm also thinking about like doing something similar to like Therapy Gecko. Is DSA end system designed for SDE? What the hell? What is that? A DSA? Let me just... Data structures and algorithms and system design for SDE. SDE, software design. What is SDE? Software development. I'm not familiar with the acronyms. Software engineering. see. So I'm guessing these are different levels in the company. For SDE, let's see. Oops. Yeah, not every place, not everyone in the software engineering world uses the same acronyms for the same thing. I'm guessing since you're most likely from the States, we don't really use SDE and stuff like this. But if the question is data structures and algorithms and system design for software development engineer, I guess it is, depending on the company in which you're trying to interview for. Some companies require it, some companies don't. But when it comes to, most of the companies that want data structures and algorithms, basically in their interviews are the ones which are mostly FANG-ish. I've been at a lot of interviews where I've interviewed at a lot of companies where they do want some knowledge of algorithms and data structures for software development engineering, but it's more like, can you do some more simple stuff like can you implement a simple linked list, or can you can you generate an array of strings in a specific pattern, or can you also traverse a tree, which is one of the interviews, one of the places where I interviewed was Uber, and one of the questions that they asked was, if you have some currencies that convert to one another, can you basically convert one currency to an nth currency, depending on what you've had so far? So that was basically if you have, let's see, if you have USD to Euro, and if you have Euro to Lira or something else, Lei, this is the currency for Romania. The question is, can you convert USD to Lei? And you could, and the way that you would do this is you would do a traversal of the tree that you are given, but that's basically the most into algorithms, data structures that I've ever gotten into. I've done some more complex stuff in my work, but yeah, I hope that makes some sense. In which year my graduation? Graduation from university. I'm guessing that's the question. I think I graduated in 2018 with a bachelor's in computer science. Well, let's see. I'm going to try to continue getting this drizzle stuff working while I'm answering some of the questions, but yeah. Right now what we have set up is the schema file, which we need to create a migration so that it can be applied to our database. And if we do the generation, the issue is that we only have 0 tables, but the drizzle config is there. So I'm guessing something is wrong with my configuration. Database credentials. So we have mydb.sqlite. I have no idea why this isn't working. You have a project? What about the project? Okay, and what type of insights do you have, and do you want, and do you need? By the way, I can share my credentials on LinkedIn, so if anybody's interested. I don't know where you found my profile, but if you wanted to know my credentials, you can just have them here. And if anybody wants, they can chat me up and I can answer any questions after the stream, or if I can help you guys out in any way in your software engineering career or something like this, just give me a heads up and I'll try. But why the hell does this not work? Like if somebody knows somebody from the Drizzle team and they are seeing my miserable attempt to get this stuff running and can help, please let them know. Just want to delete this. No, delete this. Okay. Let's see. So we have a one drizzle kit generate SQLite, which whenever we run it, we get it. Can I call to that number? I am from India, bro. Like, what? I didn't give you any number, but you can chat me up in LinkedIn if you have a question. I can help you out. If I run this stuff, doing zero tables. So whenever we start this, we want to, what do we want to do? Just run result into the console, say we don't have anything such as users. Okay, so we do, if we try SQLite.db instead of this, is that going to change anything? Into the drizzle config. Okay, so if I try the migrations now, let's see. Just copy this over and remove the config. Migrate DB, which is, I see, okay. Yeah, sure. Chat me up and I'll make sure to help you out if I can. By the way, is my screen large enough for you guys to see, or should I make it larger? Or can you see the code there that I'm writing? So if I just copy this over, and if I do maybe not MySQL. Yeah, you can chat me up. You can send me a message. You can connect. You can add a connection. Like you can send me a connection request, and I will add you. And after I add you, I think we can chat. So, or I also have a Twitter. Yeah, sure. If you have the question, just send it to me, and I'll take a look. I also have a Twitter. You can chat me up on Twitter as well. Here you go. And I'll answer the question later if it's fine. Let's get this. So we have a schema. Where is this MySQL used? So we create a connection. Okay, cool. Yep, cool. I'll take a look at it after the stream. Like if you have a quick question, I can answer. That'd be great. If not, then I can take a look at it later. But I've been trying to get this running for like, let's see how long, maybe an hour, and haven't even been able to connect the drizzle. So let's continue with this stuff, and I'll answer some more questions later. Yeah, so basically this is the reason that I began streaming, because I wanted to try out some cool stuff and give myself an excuse to do so. And the excuse I gave myself is if I streamed it to people and it was interesting for people, then it was like worth my time. Otherwise, not really. But we'll see how that goes. So, what I like to do? How do you get an internship in the tech field? Okay, you know what? I think I might move the drizzle stuff a bit later, but I'll try to answer some of your questions. So, how much experience do you have into in software engineering, or are you just starting out? Is this your first thing? Do you have any projects? Like, can you give me some more information on your current state in software engineering? And which field, like software engineering field, do you want to become a QA test engineer? You want to become a software engineer? What do you want to do? Okay, starting out. If I could basically summarize this, I would do multiple things. Let's see. Bring out the pen. So first thing that I would do is, oops, I can make it maybe slightly smaller. Some knowledge of system design, ops, and C++. Okay, have you also done any interviews? Yeah, software engineering. So software engineering is a humongous. It's a great big thing. Like, there is no such thing as a software engineering general thing. Like, it is very specific when it comes to whatever you want to be doing. So if you want to begin mobile engineering, or if you want to become a mobile developer, a web developer, embedded developer, stuff like this, it's all basically different. But if I could summarize some of the stuff, I would basically say that the things you need to get an internship is, the first off is that you need to show that you have some competency, And competency doesn't necessarily mean that you are great at doing stuff, but it means that you are that you are capable of doing some low-level tasks. Like, for example, if you're starting into web development and you want to do, if you want to get a job as a web developer, one of the ways that you can show competency is that, for example, you can have some project, or like one really nice project. Like, maybe I should remove competency. Like, let's just make it into something a bit more general. Yeah, it's backend developer. Okay, as a backend developer. And do you want to? Okay, so I would do this roadmap.sh. So if you want to become a backend developer, and let me just paste this in the chat. There you go. So this website has a lot of the roadmaps that you would actually need in order to become a backend developer, or any other thing. Like, if you want to become good at front-end, backend, DevOps, stuff like this. So you would open up the backend development, and if you can see, there is a lot of stuff here. And like, all of these are basically like starter points for your journey. And you would need to basically begin with, let me just pause this because it's slightly annoying when I'm talking. You would need to basically become, to get started, you just need to become, let's say, knowledgeable about basic stuff like what's a DNS, learn a specific language that you would like to do. You would need to do version control, relational databases, repo hosting, stuff like this. And this site is a really nice place where you can find a really nice roadmap in which you can follow to become a better software engineer. My advice would be to basically pick out a career. pick out a career path. Like if you want to do backend engineering, let's see, backend engineering. I would try to imagine myself like in 1 year. Where would I like to be? I would like to be a successful backend engineer working in a company, earning a salary. So I'd put that in my goals, and I would start working towards that. So first thing that I would do is I would try to learn some stuff, for example, from these roadmaps. If you have a company that you would like to work in, so I'm guessing you might have any friends or some person that might be working in this field and he has some experience in this, you might want to take a look at some job offers to see what types of things are expected for a entry-level developer. So first thing is scout out job offers, read job postings. And the reasoning behind this is to see the requirements. And after you take a look at these requirements, you don't need to master everything in all of them requirements, but you read them so you can get a better understanding and a better idea of what exactly is needed for you to start working in this field. After you've done this, I would continue with the roadmap. Let's see. There we go. And after I have spent some time, like, I don't know, like a month learning all of this stuff and going in deeper and deeper, and after reading several job postings and job interviews, I would start going to interviews themselves. Like, you shouldn't really wait too much between reading about the requirements and interviewing, because there a lot of the times there is a discrepancy between what is wanted in the what you think is wanted to become a certain level of engineer or an engineer, and the actual requirements that you would actually get whenever it comes to becoming a software engineer. So next thing that I would do is I would start interviewing. Where can you find interviews? I don't know if you said you're from India, and if you said that, I'm guessing, I don't know any job posts, job bulletin posts in boards in India, but what I've used before is LinkedIn. Let's see, I think this might be you. So Sashi Kumar. And what you would do is you would go into jobs, you would start looking, and you would start, my jobs, search jobs. You would, for example, do something like backend internship. There we go. So you would, for example, take a look at clear communicator. These people want communication, which is something that people want. I see, the guy left. Yeah, I'm guessing my advice isn't really that well rounded up currently, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, it's very difficult to talk and to give out good advice at the same time. Let's see. Yeah, let's move on. Yeah? Oh, I see. Some concurrent viewers. So did you come back? Yes, fire away. Fire away, my guy. Yes, I do know some stuff about the MQTT protocol. We actually used it in my previous job, where we did a vertical farm So I worked for this company which is called Growy. And the stuff that we did there is a robotic vertical farm where we used MQTT to communicate between devices and to issue out commands. Do you have any specific questions that you'd like to ask about it? I could go on about the stuff that I know and the stuff that is like very easily Googleable, but if you have any specific questions, you could just post them in the comments and I can answer them. Schema.ts. Otherwise, I will continue trying to get the Drizzle Prisma stuff working. I'll see where I get to it. Yeah, I think it's a lot more difficult to get stuff running when you aren't by yourself. But still it says 0 tables. Why the hell does it say 0 tables? Secure way to make data of sensors from transported security using MQTT protocol. I'm stuck at creating an MQTT broker. Okay. If you're stuck at creating an MQTT broker, I would, like, you could do several things. Like, it depends on whether or not you're running your project locally. Yeah, there are a lot of MQTT brokers. And let's see. This one. So one of the ways that you could do this is you could just Google for some nice MQTT brokers that you would like to have, that you would like to use, for example, the HiveMQ. So let's see. And I would try running it in Docker. So I would do like HiveMQ, Docker. And basically here it explains how you can get the Docker running with the HiveMQ broker, message broker. I'm guessing there would also be services that provide locally. Tried using free broker, but not giving any use for one. Okay. You could do Docker Hub. You could go to Docker Hub and you could check, for example, HiveMQ. Docker image community edition. See? And you could just clone this. I'm just going to copy this over. I think there should be, yeah, here it says that the usage is as follows. You could just do docker run and provide it some details, and we could go into further details. Like you would need to do this on your local machine and go into it further. I don't know if you're familiar with Docker, but it is a piece of software that allows you to run software without managing its dependencies and do that in a very clean way because it uses so-called containers. So that is the thing that I would try to do. Something else that you could do is if you're getting stuck with this, HiveMQ, Docker. Wait a second. Does Rabbit MQ MQTT? Yeah, cool. No worries. Good luck with that stuff, man. Another interesting message broker that is really nice is RabbitMQ, but I see that it only supports MQTT with a plugin, so I don't think you might want to use this as your starting MQTT broker. But yeah, I think that should be enough for you to get started. If you have any more questions, please let me know. I'd love to help. Yeah, by the way, if you guys find this stream interesting, I'm planning on doing stuff like this, like helping out the community and basically sharing my knowledge that I've gained throughout the years with people on stream. So if the stream seems interesting to you, you could subscribe, and that would basically get you notified whenever I do these streams, so I'd be able to help out even more. And I don't know if I share this with you, so I also have a LinkedIn and an X. And just copy this over. I think I might make a and x.com. Yeah, you could just chat me up into any of these platforms, and if I have any questions, if I can help you out, just let me know. And if not, I'm going back to Drizzle. Like, yeah, I haven't been like coding for like several months. I'm slightly rusty, but I haven't expected it to be so difficult to get something like an ORM running. Like, for example, if you go to Prisma ORM, and if you go to, like, I don't know, resources, documents, getting started, like, it's extremely easy to get started. SQLite, doesn't it? Existing database. It basically makes it extremely easy to get started, whereas Drizzle is slightly more convoluted. Like, you have to know some stuff about ORMs before you start running before you start using Drizzle. So, and I do know some stuff, and I would say I know a fair amount about ORMs, but I am still unable to get this stuff running. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I just want to... What do I want to do? Drizzle kit. Schema.ts. SQLite. Running migrations. Okay, does that change between bun and other stuff? No, I don't think it does. Crap. Okay. So I just want to try out the migration script. Let's see if that does anything for us. But I'm guessing I don't want to do this specifically. I think I would like to do something more like, instead of this, I'll do database from something like this. And I'm guessing it should work. Console. Oof. Statement raw is undefined. Yeah, this is more a pain in the ass than I was expecting it to be. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I just need to look at a tutorial or something. Drizzle kit SQLite. Yeah, this is very difficult to read. I'm not reading that. So what do we want to do? We want to install types for better SQLite 3. Out driver. DB credentials. Yeah. Let's see. YouTube stream. Reduce latency. Let's see. Try. Settings. Let's see. Click on create button at the top. Go live stream. Click on the settings icon in your stream board. Okay. Highlight no. Settings. Latency, normal latency. Ah, crap. It's, wait. I think I can. Let me try again. I'm gonna stop the stream and start it again just to see if I can fix the latency.